me down, pick me up, that's a start. Always poppin', Zan, yeah. My body hurts, can't stand.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the latest video of an all-rounder, and we are back here on the Minecraft Survival Guide Season 2, and we are starting off the episode by actually clearing up the area. I was just thinking what I have to do, and then I went and I inspected the place a little bit, and I decided the location of today's video, where we have to make everything that we are going to make today, obviously, and you would have just read it in the title. We are going to do some starter farms today. Few of the basic starter farms, for example, crop farm, a pumpkin farm, and a sugarcane farm as well. And the pumpkin farm kind of works also for a sweet berry farm, but yeah, it's, to be honest, a pumpkin farm because it has water involved, and sweet berries don't really need water. So yeah, let's start off with the location. I'm going to make it kind of behind our base, but right now I need wood, and yeah, the villager died, so this is a pretty nice place to start off for getting some wood, because yeah, not really a big deal. Who cares, right? I could not break a wood. Wow, I should be ashamed of myself. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead. Let's get out all of the wood from here, because why not? Villagers are no longer going to use this facility to grow crops. Yeah, it's cool anyways. And we have a bit of a water here that is going to come really handy later on in this video, I guess. So let's go ahead and let's make all of the required things, that are first of all wooden planks, and then obviously some axes and stuff, and especially a hoe for today's episode that is going to come super handy in tilting all of that land that we have. Alright, so I am giving this place a little bit of proper step up and step down, to be honest, because right now it's kind of just very randomized, and I don't like it so random. Means random is usually nice, but this step down, yeah, it kind of sucks, because you know, the farms that we are going to make, they are going to be basically either rectangle or square. Alright, and in both conditions these weird edges are going to take up a lot of space, and as being a pocket edition player, we cannot just let go of tons of space, because honestly we don't have a huge simulation distance over here. We have to deal with particular simulation distance that we have, and that also we usually have to reduce the simulation distance to actually for being able to play without getting tons of lags. So considering that, we have to, you know, give it up a little bit on the aesthetics of the place. Basically the look of the place, we have to give it a little bit of a downside to actually manage to keep things inside our simulation distance kind of. Alright, so we are going to do that, and we are going to fill this up with a little bit of dirt that we have collected, so it's all kind of plain, and we can fit up as much of crops and as much of pumpkins and all that stuff that we have to make in a tiny space. Alright, basically what we have to do is we have to keep things pretty efficient here, and hopefully I will not jump down off here and destroy my crops, I guess. Yeah, that will be sad otherwise. Anyways, we are here and we have got rid of most of the weird edges from here. It's kind of square and all that stuff right now, so we can start digging for our actual farm. Alright, so what we have to do is we have to get water, then pumpkin seed, then free space, then free space, then pumpkin seed, and then again water. Alright, so if you consider that, let's just decide where we are going to have our water. I think, yeah, we will just dig a little bit over there and we will have water over there, but right on the spot where I am placing stones right now, andesite basically, below the andesites will be our actual pumpkin crop or pumpkin seed is going to be placed over there. You will just get everything cleared up just in a minute here. When we put the water and stuff, you will basically understand why we are doing it in a way that we are doing it right now. Alright, So now we actually have to get some water on the background, and right there I'm making a hole. Right here again, leaving few blocks, I'm making another hole, and then another hole, and then maybe one more hole would do pretty nice. All right, so now we have to get in some water from there and just get it inside these holes to basically hydrate the land. A single piece of water will hydrate every block in a 4x4 square, in a 4x4 area around it. Basically everything in a 9x9 area. If you place a water source in the exact center of a 9x9 area, the whole land will get hydrated. Alright, but right now I'm just going to get a bit more than that, because why not, let's just have it. Alright, so we got water in now, and we can finally go ahead and start tilting this land, and this land will basically get hydrated as we do the things. Let's get rid of that, and let's do it over here. Then let's get rid of that and do it over here as well. I guess that should be cool. Alright, so now we have water, we have land, and that land is going to get hydrated as we want it to be. And right here we can have another row of pumpkin crops growing basically, and the pumpkins will grow in this center area between both of the stones, and stones are there so that we don't actually walk on the thing, and we don't break the we don't break the pumpkin plants while breaking the pumpkins. So stones are pretty nice add-on if you ask me. In this case, let's again go ahead and grab 2 buckets of water over here and put it over here, hopefully not hurting iron golem in the process, otherwise I am dead. Alright, thank you sir for moving. Let's put it, make an infinite water source, put it and put it all over the place basically, and filling the thing up. Boom, looks pretty neat and looks pretty clean. And right here we can again go and tilt off all of this land here, which is kind of nice and kind of cool. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's tilt all of this land. To be frankly honest with you guys, we didn't at all needed to put a water source over there, but in future I think I'm going to or if you want to make it at a bigger scale, then that water source over there will also hydrate the blocks next to it. Alright, so basically you have the one on the corner side hydrated, and now you have one on the another side hydrated as well, because the water will hydrate both sides obviously in a 4x4 area basically. Alright, so it is a square with a diameter of 9 and kind of a radius if you ask me. Not exactly a radius, there is no thing like a radius of a square. The sides of the square will be of 4 basically. Alright, so now let's add a little bit of randomization on this path that we are making here to reach, and let's connect everything up. It looks pretty neat to me basically. I guess it's kind of fine if you ask me. So now we have to go ahead and we have to get our actual pumpkin seeds, and here we have 4 pumpkin seeds. That will be enough obviously, because that makes sense. Alright, let's sleep before doing anything else, doing anything stupid if you ask me, and dying. It will be a little bit nice idea to actually sleep before doing anything like that. Cool. Alright, so now the next day, the next thing, we have to plant the pumpkin seeds, and then we basically have to go for a starter efficient for crop farm kind of, right? So let's go ahead now finally and let's do the job. Thank you, that was cool. So yeah, we are here. Quite a bit of the land is hydrated already. Now we have to basically get the pumpkin seeds in. Boom, 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 boom. Now the pumpkins cannot grow on the water, which forces them to grow on the land that you have over there, which is your kind of the collection, which is your kind of collection area basically. This farm is supposed to be pretty efficient to be honest, and I kind of saw that there are more pumpkins over here. So yeah, we have 2 more pumpkins over here, That is equal to 8 more seeds for us basically. Nothing else. Yup, nothing. Only 2 pumpkins. Cool. That's really cool. Let's get back. Let's plant in the pumpkins and then we can start on the basic food crop farm. I will try to keep it pretty efficient, to be honest with you guys. Right, let's get on the top of this hill because I like it. Let's get out of the hill as well. Right here I captured a dog, but yeah, obviously he despawned. Unfortunately he despawned. Yeah, and we can kind of close this area, I guess, because kind of sucks, to be honest. I don't really like holes. Alright, so now we can patch this up. Boom, just like that. Easy. Easy. Let's get back here at our pumpkin farm. We should also add something over here like this, and yeah, it's fine. We can go down and we can add more pumpkin seeds over here. Basically, this farm right here, it's pretty small, to be honest with you guys, and it's not going to produce like tons of pumpkin at a time because it is, to be honest with you, really small. And I'm also placing torches here just to make sure the light level is always high, whether it is day or night kind of, right? I want a high level over here. Right now I'm going to keep it on of this size only, so I am adding the thing here, basically the background, but this is yeah, this is wrong. All right, we cannot keep it there because we have to plant the crops, so this has to basically move 1 block behind. But this is because I am not going to make this farm any bigger. When I will make my next pumpkin farm, it is going to be a fully automatic pumpkin farm, and we are going to do all of these farming things a little bit quicker in this world, to be honest, so we can get enough resources to make massive projects, kind of like last time in our last world. We did never completed our ocean monument base. We never actually cleared out the whole area and made ourselves kind of a super ultra efficient farm kind of, right? Which kind of sucked, to be honest. Again, I wanted that farm to be pretty efficient, but not that easy if you ask me. Again, nothing much can be done about it. But this time we are going to do our ocean monument much more better. Alright, after killing the things, what are they called? Elder guardians. Alright, yeah. After killing the elder guardians, we are going to clear out all of the water from that area, basically, kind of, if you ask me. Or most of the area, not exactly all of the area. We are going to do that. For that we will have to collect up a lot of sand. Yeah, that kind of sucks. We'll have to do something about that. Alright, we'll see that later on. Right now let's just focus on our farm here. Let's make this place a little bit more squarish, rectangleish, whatever, because I want to use as less space as possible for this farm, for this food crop farm that we are going to make now. I don't really want to take up a lot of space, but we are going to give it some space, to be honest. So let's clear up all of the dirt from here, basically, so we have enough space to work with. Boom, a lot of dirt have been cleared. Now what we have to do is we have to kind of count 4 blocks or 3 blocks according to what you think. Basically, it's not really that important. The most efficient method to do is 4 blocks. Alright, 1 water block, 1 water source block, and 4 blocks around it will be done. So, but I'm not going to go that efficient. I'm just going to go with 3 blocks because it feels nice to me. Alright, so now we have a 3x3 area that is going to get hydrated by our single block, or maybe we can go 4, depends on us. Alright, so let's see. We have 3 blocks done, then 1 2 3 4 over here. Alright, sorry, not a 3x3, we are doing a 4x4. Are we? Or we are doing a 3x3? Let's see, I think it's a 3x3. Yeah, it's a 3x3 square that we are going to do over here, and then we can count 6 blocks from there and make another water source block to hydrate all of this land over here. Right, let's count it once again. Yes, that's 6. Now we just have to replicate this and make ourselves and we have to make ourselves kind of 4 such squares, because that's kind of efficient and the crops will grow at a nice enough rate to actually be tradable, because otherwise the farm will be too small, to be honest with you, and I don't really want that farm to be too small. So we will just have to deal with it and place a little bit of extra blocks over here, and we can count 3 blocks from there, 3 blocks from there, 1 2 3 again, and then we can get water source block over there, and 3 from here, and then another water source block. Cool, so now we have all the positions of our water source blocks. We are going to fill everything up and just tilt everything up. Now here, as an advice, which I'm not really going to do right now, it is to actually get your trapdoors in. Alright, putting the trapdoors above the water source block will come really handy, because you will not kind of fall inside the source blocks and get stuck while planting or harvesting the crops, because that kind of sucks. So we can just completely tilt all of this area right now, and that is the task that we have, and it takes a bit of a durability, to be honest. So you might also do this with a few wooden holes, depending on amount of iron that you have while you are making this farm. If you have tons of iron, it's fine, it's just 2 iron worth to tilt almost this big of an area, which is kind of not too much if you ask me. And yeah, that is what I am telling, we are going to fall inside this water hole a lot of time. I'm going to put the trapdoors in future, not right now, because we have to do one more farm today itself. So yeah, we can do that. Is all kind of done, I guess. Now we just have to plant the crops, is it? And by the way, we are not going to do any sheep farms and stuff right now, because I don't have leads. That is how it is. When you don't want when you don't want the wandering trader to spawn, he spawns, and when you actually want him to spawn, he never ever shows up. Like literally, it has been so many hours of me playing this Minecraft Survival Guide Season 2 world, but yet I have not seen a single of that idiot, basically, I would say. Alright, so let's do everything up, let's plant back so we can get a lot of crops real quick. Now when it comes to actually planting the crops, there you have 2 ways to basically make your farm a little bit more efficient, if you ask me. That is by planting rows. Alright, you plant a row of carrots, then you plant a row of potato, and then you plant a row of wheat maybe, then again a row of carrot, and so on, because that makes your crops grow a little bit faster. According to how Minecraft works, it makes your crops grow a little bit faster. How fast, not exactly sure, but for sure a little bit faster. But why I am not doing it? The reason is simple. Having them in strips, planting them in strips, and then taking them out in strips, it takes basically, according to me, more time than it would take actually the crops to grow. I feel like it. I'm not really sure how much of less time it takes if you do them in rows and strips, but that makes a little bit of difference and I don't really care that much. So maybe I'm just going to place the crops, spam click the whole area and place all of the crops. Right now we have limited crops actually, so we cannot just fill up the whole farm with the crops that we want here. So let's go ahead and let's start putting in the crops. 5 rows, or basically a half of the farm basically for carrots and half for potatoes right now. As I'm thinking about it, not really sure. Maybe it can change, maybe it will not change, God knows. Let's just fill up the whole area with carrots, because why not? Carrots are pretty cool if you ask me. Let's fill that up once again. Cool. Let's fill that up now finally, and we are out of carrots. Let's take a little bit more carrots from inside, and we have half of our farm already filled up with carrots. Now about potatoes, I feel like we have some potatoes growing over in this village, so let me quickly go ahead and check that up, because if we have some potatoes it will be really cool, and if we don't have potatoes then it's kind of fine. Right here I'm just seeing carrots. Alright, carrots, then I don't think we have it. Sorry. So we basically don't have it in this area. Cool. Why not? I get it. These are also carrots. Yeah. Kind of sucks if you ask me. So if we cannot grow like too much of potatoes right now, because I'm running a little bit deficient on potatoes, we can just go ahead and fill the whole farm with whatever stuff we get. We're going to just fill up the farm with as many potatoes as possible first of all. After the potatoes, I am going to consider getting in some maybe wheat, or maybe the other thing, I mean the carrots. I have not decided it yet, but we are going to get one of those two things obviously. Sorry. The villagers are alright. Yep, it seems like they are alright. The villagers are a bit of a pain, to be honest, man. Literally, they suck so much in Bedrock Edition and in Pocket Edition. They tend to disappear a lot. They tend to make a lot of noise like in every platform, and obviously they suck a lot, but nothing much can be done. So now we have everything that we need, and we can start planting this stuff. I am planting some wheat over here right now, because I have a abundant supply of wheat and I have negligible supply of potatoes going on. Kind of sucks if you ask me, but it's alright. So now we got our crop farm in and producing crops. Now we have our pumpkin farm up and producing pumpkins in a little bit of time as the crops grow. The next farm that we have to do is actually a sugarcane farm. A sugarcane farm is what we have to do now, and I have not really decided how we are going to do it. I am in a big doubt about that one. How are we going to exactly set up this world? I mean, set up this stuff. Any idea, guys? Is there any idea that you guys have? I don't think so. But we don't have a sugarcane on the first place, so we'll just have to collect some from here. 6 sugarcane is all that we have here to start growing tons of sugarcane, which kind of sucks because sugarcanes tend to grow a little too slow in my opinion. Sugarcanes grow at a very slow rate, and you just need a big area to cultivate them, or if not a big area, then a ultra big kind of farm to actually cultivate all of the sugarcane that is going to get produced. And I am not really a big fan of collecting stuff anyways. So yeah, alright. let's do that. Let's actually collect the stuff that we need to make ourselves a sugar cane farm, which basically includes a bucket of water, at least one sugar cane obviously to start the whole process, and then you will need a shovel. Yeah, you are going to need a shovel. If you didn't knew that yet, you are still like sleeping. All right, so we are going to start digging from right here, because, or maybe we are going to clear up a bit of this area as well to give us a little bit more space to make our farm in, because sugarcane farm tends to be big as well as the crop farm, so we are going to consume a lot of the area that we have, potential useful area that we have. But later on, once we are done with the ender dragon, and we will make kind of more efficient farms, I will make my base location. I will make an actual base. I will count the blocks where my simulation distance works when I am inside of my base, and then we are going to put all the farms that we possibly want to build inside that circle or square, whatever it is, depending on the simulation distance. Alright, we are going to put every farm inside our simulation distance, so whenever we want to just get everything, we want everything to get produced, everything to be just keep producing themselves, we will just have to stay at our base. And to be honest, base is where you spend most of your time. No matter how adventurous you are, you spend most of your time in your base. If you have your storage system inside your base, which I always do have, I always keep my storage system with my base. Not really compulsory, but I like the way it is, because then it gives you a location where you are for the most of the time. Literally, you can have your nether portal, your storage room, your working area basically, and all that kind of stuff where you spend a bit of your time inside your base location. And because when you are there, you have everything surrounding it active. So when you have your farms in your surrounding areas, in that circle of yours, you get maximum efficiency out of it, which is a big thing if you ask me in Bedrock edition and Pocket edition again, because efficiency again kind of sucks in here. What can we do about it? Pretty much nothing. So let's go ahead, let's get everything up and started. So what we have to do here is basically we just have to get these one low rows, which have to be filled in with water, so we can place sugarcane on both the sides. You need a row of blocks, then a row of water, then two row of blocks, then a row of water, two blocks, one water, two block, one water. That is basically the pattern you have to go with. So every block that is on the right and left of the water thingy gets plantable for sugarcanes, if you wanna hear it. Yeah, there's not particular word for that, but that is how it is supposed to be. So we are going to dig up the whole area into some lines or rows where we are going to fill water inside. It's not compulsory that you need still water. You can have still water or flowing water if you want to be really efficient, but I just like the water to be still, so we are going to go with still water. Not really that big of a reason for that one, but I like it. Now if you have moving water, one thing that can make your life a little bit easier is to actually let the water run up all the way till it stops automatically, because while you will harvest the sugar cane, some of the sugar cane might potentially fall inside of the water, and if it gets collected automatically on a single area where you can just go and pick it up, it will be a little bit more handy basically. But again, not compulsory. Nothing is usually compulsory in Minecraft, but you can do a lot of things to make things fun, efficient, decorative and all that stuff. So now we are here and let's start placing in the water. So you just need 2 blocks of water to make an infinite water source, and when you have yourself an infinite water source, you can just go ahead placing blocks of water throughout the whole row and get a row of blocks of water or water source blocks, if you want to speak it like that. Kind of the same thing, but here goes the last water block of this row. Then we just have to fill everything up, and after filling everything up, you have to start placing sugarcane like this. Alright, you have to start placing sugarcane like this in all of these row if you have enough sugarcane already. And if you don't have enough sugarcane to place it everywhere, you just have to place some of the sugarcane, wait for it to grow and replicate it, multiply it. Don't actually waste any of your sugarcane until you have filled up your whole farm. That is what I would suggest, because basically sugarcane gets multiplied. You have one sugarcane, you have two, then they will give you 4, then they will give you 8, then they will give you 16, and by a ratio of 2, it's pretty big and pretty easy to make yourself a ultra big sugarcane farm. And by ultra, I mean literally ultra big sugarcane farm can be made in pretty much no time or very less time, if you ask me. So I will see you once I have completed the filling the water inside our sugarcane farm, and after that we are going to talk about some other stuff, if you ask me, kind of. Yaps. Alright, let's see you after the cut. So alright, we are back here. I have filled up all of the water basically inside of the thing, and now it's kind of ready to be shown to you guys, if you ask me. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have done everything for today's episode, and I think that is where we are going to call it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and don't forget to smash that beautiful looking bell icon. Pretty cool, to be honest with you. If you smash the bell icon, yeah, it's cool. Alright, so thanks for watching the video. Bye, have a wonderful day and enjoy.